All right, today we're diving into something pretty wild. It's a project called Duit Cerdas AI, and it's designed to fight financial scams. But here's the twist. It uses cutting-edge AI mixed with, get this, ancient Chinese metaphysics. I know, it sounds a little out there, but it's a fascinating blend, so let's break down how it all works.
And this really is the core question that makes this whole thing so interesting, right? It feels like something straight out of a sci-fi novel. How on earth can you take ancient wisdom, in this case Chinese astrology, and fuse it with the latest AI to actually protect us from modern digital scams? It's a huge question, and this project is trying to answer it.
So, at its heart, you've got this unlikely alliance. It's a mix of AI and something called Batsi. Now, Batsi is an old Chinese system that basically creates a personality profile from your birth details. What Do It Cerdas AI does is take those profiles and turn them into simple, intuitive metaphors. The whole goal is to make learning about finance and security way more engaging, especially for communities in Malaysia where this has deep cultural roots.
And you gotta understand, this isn't just another boring financial literacy app. The real mission here is to gamify the whole experience of managing your money. They want to make it fun, almost like a game. But while you're playing, you're also building up this really powerful, personalized defense against all those sophisticated scams out there.
Okay, so how does this whole thing actually get the job done? Well, it's not just one big, monolithic AI doing everything. Think of it more like a special ops team. It's a multi-agent system, which is just a fancy way of saying it's a group of specialized AIs, each one with a very specific role, and they all work together. So let's meet the agents on this team.
This is so cool. Look at how they've broken down the roles. First up, you've got the Bazi profiler. It's like the team's psychologist. Its whole job is to figure out your personal vulnerabilities based on that Bazi profile. Then you've got the scam simulator, who's the toughest nails trainer, running you through realistic scam drills to build up your defenses. And rounding out the team is the vision analyzer, the forensics expert, who can look at a screenshot of a weird message and tell you if it's a scam.
All right, for the next few minutes, we're going to do a deep dive. We're putting one of these agents, the scam simulator, right under the microscope. Why? Because this is where the proactive part of the defense system really shines, and the tech behind it is absolutely crucial to making the whole thing work.
So think of this agent as your own personal scam-fighting sparring partner. It's not just going to throw generic old scams at you. No way. Its whole purpose is to create dynamic, localized simulations using the very latest data on real-world threats. Which, of course, begs the question, how does it stay so up to date?
Well, the secret sauce is a technology called Retrieval Augmented Generation. You'll hear it called RAG for short. This is the engine under the hood that powers the whole simulator. It's what makes sure the practice scams you face are not only tailored to you, but are also based on what's actually happening out there right now.
So, what exactly is RAG? The best analogy, and it's a great one, is an open book test for the AI. See, instead of the AI just trying to remember everything it was trained on months ago, the RAG process first goes out and finds the most relevant, up-to-date info on current scams. It then hands this info to the AI right before it generates a response. It's basically giving it a cheat sheet, which makes the results so much more accurate and timely.
Okay, so here's how that open book test works in 4 steps. First, embed. The system takes real scam data, like text from phishing emails, and turns it into a numerical fingerprint. It's a way for the computer to understand it. Second, retrieve. It then searches its database for the fingerprints that are most similar to your user profile. Third, augment. It takes the top results from that search and gives them to the AI, saying, here, this is the context you need. And finally, fourth, generate. With that fresh context, the AI creates a brand new personalized scam simulation just for you.
And if you're curious about the specific tech, here's what's under the hood. For that fingerprinting part, it's using a Google model. Those fingerprints are then stored and searched in a vector database, in this case, Subabase with PG vector. To figure out which scams are most alike, it uses a clever bit of math called cosine similarity. And finally, to write the actual simulation, it uses another Google model. So you can see how all these pieces fit together. Now, this system is smart about how it works. It doesn't just dump the entire database on the AI. That would be messy. Instead, it's been tuned to only retrieve the top 3 most relevant scam patterns. Just 3. That keeps the context super focused and high quality so the AI isn't getting confused by noise. So how does it decide what's relevant? Well, it uses a relevance score, a threshold set at 0.5.
You can just think of it like a bouncer at a club. Any scam pattern in the database has to have a similarity score of at least zero point 0.5 to get through the door. This little filter ensures that only the really closely matched examples ever make it to the AI.
All right, so that was our deep dive into the scam simulator and the RAG pipeline that makes it tick. Pretty cool stuff. Now let's zoom back out to the big picture and see how this one agent works with the rest of the team to create a full defense.
And this is really where the genius of the system lies. It's a two-pronged attack. On one hand, you have the scam simulator, which is all about proactive training, getting you ready before you ever see a real scam. And on the other hand, you have the vision analyzer, which is reactive. It's there to help you analyze a suspicious message or a screenshot that you've already gotten. So it's protecting you from both future threats and present ones, a total defense.
And this all brings us to a really powerful final question, doesn't it? We're living in a world where AI is getting scarily good at simulating our weakest points, at figuring out exactly how to trick us. But what if that same technology, that same ability to perfectly model our weaknesses, could be turned around and used to teach us how to be stronger? That's the idea here, and it's a pretty profound one to think about.